Good morning students. Welcome to grade 8 science. Today we are going to learn about chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Once again I welcome to Treasure Island International CBSE School online class. Today we are going to learn about chemical properties of metals and non-metals. In this video, we have to learn about metals and non-metals react with oxygen and water. Let us see the activity one by one. First, metal react with oxygen. The topic is reaction of metals with oxygen. Generally, when metals are reacted with oxygen, they will form metallic oxides. These metallic oxides are basic in nature. Example, rusting of iron. The following is the reaction to express. So, iron plus oxygen plus water gives iron oxide. First, we collect the spoonful of rust and dissolve it in very little amount of water. The rust contains suspended in water. Shake the suspension well. Test the solution with red and blue litmus paper, and the red litmus paper turns blue. From this we have to identify that the metal oxides are basic in nature. So, metal react with oxygen to form metal oxide. These metal oxides are basic in nature. How do you identify the metal oxides are basic in nature? First, we take any one of them metal, they react with acid, they react with oxygen to form metal oxide. Take this metal oxide and dissolve in water, and then dissolved solution is tested with blue and red litmus paper. This solution turns the red litmus into blue, but blue litmus paper does not change any color. From this we have to understand that the metallic oxides are basic in nature. Okay, then another example. Look at this picture. We take the rust in the test tube and dissolve in water and pour some this water into the watch glass, and then tested with red litmus paper. It turns into blue. From this we know that metallic oxides are there. Here iron oxide. Iron dissolved in water to form iron hydroxide. It turns red litmus into blue color. From this we identified that metallic oxides are basic in nature. So once again I recall it. Is the solution acid or basic? How do you identify this? We must observe that the red litmus paper turns into blue color. So oxides of iron and magnesium is also basic in nature. In general, metallic oxides are basic in nature. Then another activity. Here iron is going to rusted, it is going to corroded, and copper also going to corroded. So let us see the activity. So when a copper vessel is exposed to moist air for a long time, it occurs a dull green coating. The green material is a mixture of copper hydroxide and copper carbonate. So let us see the reaction. Copper react with water and carbon dioxide and oxygen in the moist air to form copper hydroxide and copper carbonate. 2Cu plus H2O plus CO2 plus O2 gives CuOH twice plus CuCO3. Okay, so copper also react in the moist air to form copper hydroxide and copper carbonate. Then chemical properties of nonmetals. So reaction of nonmetal with oxygen. Oxides of nonmetals are formed when nonmetals react with oxygen. The oxides of nonmetals are acidic in nature and turn blue litmus to red or neutral. For example, carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is acidic in nature. Let us perform the activity. First, we take the small amount of powdered sulfur in a deflagrating spoon and heat it. If deflagrating spoon is not available, you may take a metallic cap or any bottle and wrap a metallic wire around it and give it the shape as shown in the figure. Look at this one. This is a deflagrating spoon. So here use the metallic cap of the bottle. Then what happened? A spoon as sulfur start burning. So introduce the spoon into the glass jar or glass tumbler. Then look at the picture. And then cover the tumbler with a lid to ensure that the gas produced does not escape. Remove the spoon after some time. Add a small quantity of water into the tumbler and quickly replace the lid. Shake the tumbler well. Check the solution with red and blue litmus paper. So name of the product formed in the reaction of sulfur and oxygen is sulfur dioxide gas. When sulfur dioxide is dissolved in water, sulfurous acid is formed. The reaction can be given as follows. Sulfur dioxide plus water gives sulfurous acid. Formula SO2 plus H2O gives H2SO3. The sulfurous acid turns blue litmus paper red. Generally, oxides of non-metals are acidic in nature. So look at this picture. We have to dissolve sulfur dioxide in the water. It forms sulfurous acid. We have poured some sulfurous acid in the watch glass. It turns blue litmus paper into red. So from this activity we have to understand that all non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Then once again I recall it. When sulfur react with oxygen, we get sulfur dioxide. Sulfur plus oxygen gives sulfur dioxide. When sulfur dioxide react with water, it forms sulfurous acid. SO2 plus H2O gives H2SO3. Let us see the reaction of metals with water. Let us see how metals and non-metals react with water. So sodium metal is very reactive. It reacts vigorously with oxygen and water. A lot of heat is generated in the reaction. It is therefore stored in kerosene. You observe that sodium reacts vigorously with water. Some other metals do not do so. For example, iron reacts with water slowly. See what is the condition necessary for rusting is moisture, air. Example, iron plus oxygen gives iron oxide. Rust which is brown in color plus water. So this is a slow process. So reaction of iron with water, we get iron oxide. So metals react with cold water, some with hot water, and some metals react with steam. So metal which react with cold water are more stable as their hydroxides are also stable. So let us see the reaction of metal with water. That is normal water or cold water. Some metals react vigorously with water, like in the case of sodium. So sodium is stored in the kerosene oil. For example, some metals react with cold water. The example is potassium, sodium and calcium. These three are react with water, react with cold water to give metal hydroxide and liberate hydrogen gas. Potassium plus water gives potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Sodium plus water gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. So during this reaction, hydrogen is evolved. This hydrogen is used to catch the fire. So we have to keep the kerosene, keep the sodium is in the kerosene. And then some other examples. Some metals react with hot water and form oxides. For example, magnesium. Magnesium plus water gives magnesium oxide plus hydrogen. Mg plus H2O gives MgO plus hydrogen. And then some metals react with steam. It does not react with cold water and does not react with hot water, but it only react with steam. For example, aluminium, iron and zinc, three elements. These three elements react with steam. Fe plus H2O gives, this reaction is wrong. Fe plus H2O gives Fe2O3. So change the formula. Al2O3 not Fe2O3 plus hydrogen. And then zinc plus water gives zinc oxide plus hydrogen. Aluminium plus water gives aluminium oxide plus hydrogen. Okay, please change the first formula. Fe plus H2O gives Fe2O3 plus hydrogen. So during this reaction, the hydrogen gas is liberated. On the other hand, some metals react very slowly with water, like in the case of iron. So let us see the tendency to react with water, with tendency to react the metal with water. So the tendency of metal to react with water is as follows. Sodium is more reactive. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, copper. So potassium and sodium, calcium react with cold water. Magnesium react in the hot water. Aluminium, zinc, iron react with steam. Then let us move about the reaction of non-metal with water. Non-metals do not react with water but are usually very reactive in air, which is why some of them are stored in water. For example, one of the highly reactive non-metal is phosphorus, and it catches fire when exposed to air. That's why it is stored in water to prevent its contact with atmospheric oxygen. Then only phosphorus is stored in water, because this phosphorus easily catch fire in the atmospheric oxygen. So non-metal does not react with water. Here some name of the bases are there. So what are the metal present in the bases? For example, calcium hydroxide. Name of the metal present in the calcium hydroxide is calcium. And magnesium hydroxide, magnesium metal is present. And aluminum hydroxide, aluminum is present. And sodium hydroxide, sodium is present. And then here some examples the given of the acid. So what are the non-metals present in the acid? First one, sulfuric acid. Non-metal is sulfur. Nitric acid, non-metal is nitrogen. Hydrochloric acid, non-metal is chlorine. Carbonic acid, carbon. Okay, these are the non-metals present in some of the acids. So, what is the conclusion from this experiment? Metals react with oxygen to form metallic oxide. These metallic oxides are basic in nature. Non-metals react with oxygen to form non-metallic oxides. These are acidic in nature. And then metals react with water to give metal oxide or metal hydroxide and liberates hydrogen gas. So how do you identify the hydrogen gas when metal react with water? When we bring the burning splinter near the mouth of the test tube, the splinter put on with pops on. From this we have to indicates the presence of hydrogen gas. Then homework. How do metal oxide differ from non-metal oxides? So metal oxides are basic in nature. Non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. An element forms an oxide which is acidic in nature. Is the element a metal or non-metal? Acidic in nature, that means the element is a metal or non-metal? Yes, the element is non-metal. An element forms an oxide which is basic in nature. Is the element metal or non-metal? Basic in nature means that element is metal. What happens when magnesium react with oxygen? Magnesium react with oxygen to give magnesium oxide. What is rust? Write the chemical equation involved. So rust is the ferrous oxide with water. That means hydrated ferric oxide. That is known as rust. The chemical equation Fe plus O2 plus water gives Fe2O3 plus X molecule of water. Thank you, students.